Good day, everybody. I had to pull over in my car to get this off my chest because I just left the hospital. I saw a bunch of patients there with muscle and bone injuries that have been waiting to come in. And things are getting better. We are starting to open up, but there's still an increase in the number of patients that are infected across the country total. And some areas are still on a steep incline, while others like New York are on a steep decline. And a lot of that has to do with social isolation, which I think is a good strategy, but obviously is affecting our lives in terms of our mental health. In addition, I've received in the past few days countless number of a nurse crying on camera who appears very emotionally disturbed, and I wish her all the best, and I think she should get some help because her mental state is obviously not stable. A video of a man who supposedly is Anthony Fauci's cabinet member or staff member. Another one of some other government official, Minkwitz or something like this, somehow contriving this pandemic through a planned, they call it the plandemic. Here's the point. The point is that these conspiracies are rabbit holes. They're ways to distract you from where you are in your life. I'm an athletics physician. I take care of sports injuries. And for me, sports medicine is community medicine. It's about people moving, staying active, staying healthy. And the opposite of that is spectator sports, which is the viewing of other people being active and taking care of themselves by moving around. Since this pandemic started, I've played games with the kids outdoors. We try to get moving every day. And to me, that's sports medicine, the movement of human beings to bond and bring communities together. All that being said, what do these videos do for you? Well, for me, when I used to watch all of these things, it would ignite a fear, a hatred, an anger in me. I would say, why are these people trying to control others? Why are there people in the world that are dubious and looking for ways to destroy others? But it never gave me an actionable thing to focus on. It never gave me an opportunity to be a better person, to contribute better to my family, to contribute better to my community. So what is the real pandemic right now for most of us? While we're socially isolated, your mind is being diseased by the stuff you're consuming. You're consuming things that are meant to ignite fear and hatred in you. And at the end of it, you need to ask yourself a question. Did that make me a better person? Did that help me in some way, shape, or form? Am I better able to help another person now because of some conspiracy theory that I just watched? You don't have the time to validate or refute the facts that you're watching, and so you're going to have to take it at face value. Well, take this at face value. Nothing that's said by another human being should be believed without fact and data to support it, including me. Nothing I say should be believed without you finding the data to support the things I say. Dopamine is released when you watch these kinds of things. It ignites a curiosity and it brings out an energy that isn't healthy. My opinion. And if you don't believe me, explore yourself and read a little bit more about why these types of things are happening. And if you really want to understand conspiracy theories, understand that Russia and China are waging war against your mental health every single day. So if you're frustrated because you're home and you're socially isolated and you don't know what to do, and school may not start up in September and your kids may not have the same life that they had before all this started, why don't we start to plan and think, how can we make it better? What can we do together to be better than we were? Because when I drove home just now, I could see the bridges more clearly. The buildings that I'm looking at have more color. You look across the water and you see the skyline, and all of a sudden the gray buildings actually aren't so gray. They all are popping in 3 dimensions. Why? Because the pollution is clearing up. Why is pollution clearing up? Because you wouldn't have believed that if we cut business for 2 months before this started, that you could still be healthy and fed and sheltered. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. You're going to lose a lot of money. I'm going to lose a lot of money. We're all losing a lot of money. But how can we make the system better for us, our children, and their children? Because Lord knows it wasn't perfect before. We have some virtues. We have some vices. Instead of looking at everything that's going to happen coming forward as if it's taking something away from us, can we come together and meet the road where we are, control the things we can control? If you're an expert in something, take more time to study that thing. Stop reaching for these theories of government and leadership. You're not going to change it. Reach from where you are. Take control of what you can change. That's my advice. If you're worried about your children's education, find a way to make education exciting for them. Take them on a field trip. You have the opportunity. Get out in the woods and go pick something that's living and look at it and dissect it and look at the roots and where life comes from. These are the things you can do. You want to study a math problem and your kid isn't getting it, you have an opportunity to make it fun for them again. Education hasn't always been fun. I know the education system in its current form, public schools, we have a lot of problems. Common Core, teacher burnout. It's not really the greatest thing on earth, so maybe we have an opportunity to make it better. I respect and adore teachers. Maybe we can make it better. Maybe using technology we can make it better. I'm on a rant today because I really want so desperately to save people the aches and pains of diving into rabbit holes and trying to figure out governmental policies that they don't know the first thing about. But if you really, really want to know, try to get fair and balanced. Try to do the scientific work that's necessary. Write down the data, read the papers, but you're going to get lost. You're going to get lost if it's outside of your expertise. You're going to find yourself wondering at the end of all of it, what the hell did I learn? That's what happens with these rabbit holes. It's a mental exhaustion that comes from the inability to act. What are you good at? What do you know? Let's start to think about how to connect with one another in that space. If you're a small business owner and let's say you own a gym and your people can't come to that gym, how are you remaining engaged with those people? Can you offer some other way of coaching them from where you are that would be valuable enough for them to offer you some money for your service? And if not, what's going to happen in 3 months and 6 months and 9 months? Is your business going to still be viable? And if it's not, let's focus on that. Let's figure out how we can position ourselves in the new economy, because this is going to be a change. No matter what you want to hold on to, things are going to change. Your health has to be the primary concern. It has to be, because without your health, you're nothing. And without mental health, you're nothing. So stop polluting your brain with conspiracy theories. Stop listening to people who have no leg to stand on. The chiropractor, these 2 urgent care doctors out in California, these maniacs who are now indicting Mother Teresa. I don't want to know what it's about. What I want to know is, what can I do from where I am to make other people suffering less because I chose medicine as a career? And to me, these videos are my opportunity to share some information with you. I hope that it comes across in that way. What I'm seeing in the hospital, the numbers are decreasing in New York. That doesn't mean that there's still there's some conspiracy that this disease doesn't exist and somebody's trying to control your mind. The people who are trying to control your mind are in China and Russia. And they're controlling your mind by getting you to explore rabbit holes and look at your neighbors and your government officials and your hospitals and your systems as if there's some conspiracy to destroy you. Look outside. The grass is greener, the trees are greener, the sky is bluer. Take it for what it is. I think this is an opportunity. I hope you can look at it that way too, and I hope that my inbox stops getting inundated with conspiracy theories, and I hope that you'll start to send me ideas about how you can make your life better. You, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your husband, your wife, your children. Because that's what's important. How can we take care of each other? How can we take care of ourselves to take care of each other? That's the message today. Please take the time to think about that. Shut off the social media for a minute after you watch this, and let's find a way to connect in a more productive way. Be safe, be well, peace and love.